The violent episode that took Kennedy Williams' life did not happen at school, but we know that so many conflicts that lead to violence start on our school campuses. So that leads us to our next question for the parents and teenagers in the room. How many of you are familiar with your school's technology policy, from top to bottom, the whole thing? Just a few hands, okay. We want to welcome our next three guests to the stage. Dr. Maria Vasquez, Superintendent of Orange County Schools. Dr. Mark Shanoff, Superintendent of Osceola County Schools. And Christian Medina Belts with Common Sense Media, a national nonprofit helping families and schools navigate technology. So thank you all three for being here for this part of our conversation. And Dr. Vasquez, I want to start with you. The state of Florida just passed new restrictions, as we know, on devices in school. So bring us up to speed to where our state stands right now.
So 2 years ago, the state of Florida instituted legislation that did not allow for cell phone usage during instructional time unless it was part of the instruction taking place in the classroom. This year, they have amended the legislation that now for students in the elementary and middle school level, cell phones are not allowed bell to bell. They are going to be piloting in a couple of high schools to see the impact of having that same ban at that level.
This new statewide policy is basically modeled after what Orange County has been doing for the last couple of years already.
Yes, we instituted no cell phone from bell to bell after my first year as superintendent based on feedback that we received during our town halls, that there were classroom disruptions, the teachers could not teach, there was a lot of disruptions school-wide with fights, cyberbullying, and we then took action on that feedback.
I want to ask the teenagers in the room, who has used their cell phone during the school day, even though you know you're not supposed to? Dr. Shanoff, how hard is it to devise and force a policy with parents who want to be able to reach their kids? It's just the world we live in now, and vice versa.
It is. It definitely is the world that we live in, but I think that it just takes time to develop a habit. And just as our students have learned to rely on that phone, what's interesting is that when you take it away for everybody, there is no more fear of missing out or FOMO. And then once you remove that phenomena from the school setting, all of a sudden everybody is experiencing everything else in real time with everybody around them. Makes it a lot easier to institute a cell phone policy when you know that you're not missing out on anything else. And so in Osceola County, we implemented a cell phone ban the same year that Orange County did. And we saw great success. And also it increased achievement because it changes the level of student engagement. All of a sudden, it then becomes the responsibility of the teacher to create something engaging enough for our students to prefer learning from the teacher to what they would normally be distracted by. And that, I think, has made a significant impact on the learning outcomes that that Orange has experienced, that Osceola has experienced over the last 2 years since placing it into effect.
In the audience tonight, we have a teacher. Stuart Parker is with us. He teaches 9th grade at Winter Park High School. Thank you for being here, Mr. Parker. And you're here to kind of give us the teacher perspective and how hard it's been to enforce this policy, or easy. I don't know, you tell me.
It is difficult, and it's not just text messages. They'll get notifications from all sorts of apps, and they want to check those as much as they can. So having the ban in place really does give us, as teachers, the ability to force them to put them away, to expect that of them, and hold them to that standard. I think, like Dr. Shanoff said, it's put a lot on us to, how are we going to engage the students in a way that's going to help them during the school day see the relevance of what we're teaching and to be more interesting than what's going on in their phones.
Have you seen a noticeable change in the types of things you used to see and what you see now since the ban was enforced?
A lot of times, because they can't have their phones on them, you see a lot less students leaving the classroom. because they would coordinate meeting times to do certain things in the bathrooms or in the hallways, some of the TikTok challenges or things like that that they would do, but they can't plan that because they don't have their cell phones.
Bringing in Christian now with Common Sense Media, are other states or districts doing what we are about to experience here in Florida statewide, this sweeping change?
Our advocacy team just scored a major legislative victory in the state of New York. We worked with a group of organizers to get a law passed that is establishing device-free, phone-free, bell-to-bell learning throughout the state. On average, teens are receiving over 200 notifications a day, and so when they have access to these phones, our research is showing that they're spending about 45 minutes to 50 minutes a day during school hours on the phone. So that amounts to about a classroom period of learning that is lost to the phone. So imagine that occurring day after day throughout the school year. You can imagine the learning loss that occurs. We are proponents of device-free learning. We also want to couple that with digital literacy education so that our teens are empowered, our kids are empowered to have these tools, these habits established so that when they go out into the real world, they have the resources and the tools and the skills they need to be good digital citizens and to understand, the power that these devices have.
It doesn't sound like the strategies that you recommend at home are any really that far different than what you recommend for schools.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Anybody have any comment, a question, anything you want to ask our experts or the superintendent?
My question pertains to how much involvement was with the parent in making these recommendations and this lobbying effect that took place. I would like to see more parental involvement in these laws that are being passed, because at the same time that these laws are being passed, I don't like people making those decisions about my kids, and I didn't even get the chance to have any input.
At Common Sense Media, everything that we do, the positions that we take, the bills that we advocate for, all of that is research and data driven. So what we're doing, we don't stand behind anything that we can't point to the data and say, this is how this sort of use is affecting your child, is affecting teens. And so we really ground everything that we do in the data, in the research. The majority of our staff, the people that we work with, that we engage with, we have a lot of parental groups that we work with across the country. We offer free resources for parents if they want to. We have an app you can download. Most of our resources are free, so if you want to learn a little bit about how to create a digital literacy plan for your family, or just establishing those guidelines, we make sure that's a resource to families. We make sure that's a resource to educators. And so everything that we do, we try to be as transparent as possible, because we believe that you're right, you do have the right to be involved, and you should be involved in these sorts of conversations with your kids. And we want you to be, just as we want our kids to be empowered and feel like they know what they're doing, we also want our parents to be empowered as well. So we always try to make sure we're collecting data always, and we're really hearing from the community, from parents, and from educators of how these devices are impacting our teens.
Anybody else have anything you want to add?
Like, we know that tools like, AI tools like ChatGPT aren't going anywhere. And two, kids are going to be accessing those at home, right? So I'm wondering what kind of conversations educators are having around still embracing that technology while kind of making sure they're still engaging students' critical thinking skills and ensuring that the work that they turn in is really their own.
We are being very deliberate in the tools that we are introducing for our students and our staff that deal with artificial intelligence this upcoming year. We are using Kamigo, and it's a different type of AI tool because it doesn't just give the child the answer. It prompts them with questions and leads them into their final product. It's also a tool that's going to be available for our teachers. It's going to help them as well with resources and planning. We're going to gather feedback from them. From there, we'll be continuing to implement and introduce various tools for them to use, because you're right, it's here to stay. I use ChatGPT probably every day, and it does make my life easier, but I'm also very much aware that it's not always accurate.